Hi Aries, I hope you're doing well. Okay, we're going to do the Celtic Cross, and if you haven't seen the video I just did on a faded twist, go watch that, because that is what is, I feel, bringing in all the energy around the eclipse for the most part. And now the monthlies for you guys should add more light to that. I will say again, watch the videos like this. If you're an Aries and you're watching this for Aries, watch Libra. Do the adjoining houses, right? Like your facing house, you'll get a bigger perspective on that there. Okay, so at the back of the deck we have the Five of Swords. Okay, this is the card that to me just says no more of whatever something was. It's done here. It's like no more of this. It's the breakthrough card, like the mental gymnastics or something here. We're done at this point. We're just done with something, which is clear here. Okay, we come in with, you've got 3 sixes, by the way, and that speaks of material success. So something you're doing will be tangible, whatever it is that you're going towards or don't realize what you're going towards. Or if you watch that other video, it speaks about a faded twist that challenges everything you know about yourself and your life. And I will tell you, it's a positive twist. It will be a positive twist for most people. It doesn't show in these cards that it would not be that way for you. And I will point it out in the readings that it will be when it shows up. But this is not. This is just saying you're changing your lifestyle, how you're doing something and what you're doing. It's a big change. I do feel peace in here. I feel like it's a peaceful time. It may not have been peaceful in the past. It may have brought you to this point where you've resigned yourself to the fact that life is changing. And I think somewhere you've just kind of learned the lesson recently, and it probably was a quite substantial one, where you're really not in control of a lot of things, and you're a lot more susceptible to things that you thought might be just for other people. Like sometimes we go through things in life that just crack us open, and like a lot of things in our lives that the foundations crumble, right? And when that goes on for, it could either be an instant that is so jarring, right, that it cracks you right then, or it can be something that's got that slow, that like low hum to it, and we just go through life for years like that, and then sometime it'll just crack. But either way, you're on the other side of that now. So if you don't feel that and you feel like you're still in that, you're coming to the other side, and it's going to be fantastic. Okay, so have some resolve in that. We come in with the Six of Cups crossed by the Eight of Cups. You're wanting something here for yourself that is more than this. This can be, it's a feeling inside that you're wanting more of something. You're wanting some kind of there's a disjointed feeling in here where you just feel like you're disconnected either from yourself or from people or from a person. If there has been a relationship in here that has been going through some things, there are cards in here that speak of reconciliation. So it could be something like that. It could play into alignment for you. But as the energy coming in and this being a general reading, it's an involvement in something that pulls your life into a more meaning way. You want more substance in your life is what's happening here. You're also looking at the pieces of yourself inside about how and why you feel like you do, right? Like where the juncture is, why you feel maybe like like just not connected, like not connected with family or friend. You just feel a disjointed piece on the inside, like you're not fulfilled in some way. And usually what will trigger something like this is some kind of relationship in some regard. Triggers this to look at our lives and just figure out where in it that we want more substance, where we want something that has more meat to it. You know what I mean? Like something in your life you want to be more substantial in a very healthy way. Okay. Where we came in from the past is the Six of Coins. This is a card of expansion. Again, it's a card of wanting more. right? It's a card of community. It's a card of, though, honestly, it speaks of the perfect mind for the perfect body. So you're in and I feel it. I feel the energy in here. It's a calm, it's the place we get, I think, when we've just given in, right? We know where we're going. We've done what we can do, and we've realized that we really have to trust the process and trust that the universe is aligning the things and the places and the things, all of that for us. And it is, because again, you've got cards of material success in here. Okay, so these will be tangible things. If you've been having trouble with finances, if you've been having trouble in your health, if you've been having trouble in relationships, in any kind of dynamic, they are overcome in here. Okay, so where you're going into, and this is why I say this, you've got the Chariot card in here. It's a card of success and triumph. This is a card of hard work, though, and the Chariot card goes this way. It moves up. It moves up here. Like, we've learned something from this. It's not a momentum like you're driving the car in this reading, especially. It's coming up for you and it's saying, I've overcome some hurdles here. And sometimes this is just a matter of, and people don't like to hear it, and myself included, sometimes it's just a matter of maturing, right? It's like, I've done this for a long time, like that low hum, like we just do this and this is it, because I really don't want to look over here, because I really don't want to deal with it. And then sometimes it comes along where we realize we're not going to get past this point unless we start to do things different in our lives. We need to take more accountability, more responsibility for things. And that's not always easy. But with the Chariot card in here, you do it. And that's why I'm saying it's not only, it's a success and victory card because you change, right? And it changes the dynamic of everything going on in your life. And from what I can see in the cards, it literally is just like you're like at the 11th hour where you're just going to walk through the door and your life is going to be changed, because it has been a slow road here. This isn't something that just happened overnight. Okay, so that's what the Chariot card means in here for this. Underneath the surface here is you have been preparing for this for a while. This is a card of discernment. This is a card of paying attention. This is a card of preparing for something, preparing to move this stuff forward. So this isn't, again, a reading that is just about someone who's just going to try some different things. This has been a juncture here where these are cards where you're wanting some substance, right? Like, it could be too, you're missing people, or you're not living near, the people that you want to live near, or you're not living in a place that you want to live near. You're not settled. You're trying to get settled, and you will be settled, but in the moment you're not. Something in your life is just not up to par, and you're pulling it there because you want more for yourself. This could be involvement too, where you've been single for a while and you want a relationship, but you realize that every time I get into a relationship, some kind of weird dynamic happens, right? Like, it's just, this could be too where introverted person, this is a card that speaks of that. It can actually be an introverted, shy person that in relationships becomes very possessive. But if that's the case, then you would be looking in here as to where that's coming from. It's the under the surface stuff. It's that quiet hum, like where that comes from, right? But I really don't feel it here. And if it does happen to be the case, you resolve this, and it would come back from something with that Six of Cups. It would come back from something in childhood. It would go back that far. That's exactly where it would come back from. Okay. Now, above you here, your desires, what's in your head, is the Nine of Cups. And that's where it should be. So I would encourage you at this moment, make a wish for yourself, because life is good. This is a card of harmony for sure. It is a wish card. But what gets it there is the internal, again, mechanisms, where we realize that we have new dreams. The things that we thought would make us happy, we now have joy, which is not contingent upon a thing. We have joy in our heart because we know the things that we want. We know the things we're grateful for. We know where we're going. We know what we want for ourselves. And we take the guilt and all of this stuff, all that crap off the table, and we're just happy, right? That's what it's about. So you're moving in this direction that will provide you material happiness, abundance, emotionally, mentally, physically, all of this. You will have that new car smell come this eclipse, okay? Now, you in here, we have the Six of Wands. This again is another card of community. It's a card of collaboration, working with other people. Again, these two cards together, there's a huge story here, because this would be exactly someone realizing that it's not, if I don't do it, nobody is going to do it. Nobody is going to pull my life in a direction that I want it to be unless I get there and do it. And it's a card of realizing that I want something, I have to do something physical, like an action on something. It's also working with other people on something. But this is like the thread through here is that I know I need to do the work, and you're doing it, and you've been doing it, and it's aligning for you. So that's what I've got on this. And it all comes in, honestly, from this card. This Five of Swords card, it's a 5. It shows me right where the crack is in the noggin, my thinking process, how I do things, how I repeatedly get myself here. I need to be more flexible, think longer on what I'm doing, and then act on it, right? And what you'll entertain and what you won't. This is a card that says I'm putting my mind on a leash, and I'm only allowing it to go where I'm conducting it to go. It's not going to pull me around. And right underneath it, you've got the Queen of Swords. This is self-mastery through I'll change me. I'll change me, and the stuff around me will change because I've changed me. I'll do the work on myself, right? And that's what's happening here. Okay. Now, your environment here. You've got the World card. So something is closing out here. This is a completion of a cycle. The World card is a great card because, again, it also goes back to this. And it just really says, again, I'm the perfect mind for the perfect body, and I've got things going in the perfect direction. And I say the word perfect because this is an alignment that changes through time, but the more that you get to know yourself, you know what that delicate dance is. You know where your boundaries are, you know how much to give, how much you can receive. You're in relationships that are in harmony. They're not just one-sided. Coins are tangible, and they're not just about money. They're about our intellect. They're about our ways of thinking. They're about the things that we involve ourselves in and the things that we won't, where we put our energy. And it's a 6. So 6 is smooth. There's no interruptions. It's like it goes smoothly because you've got over the hump of the 5, right? The 5 is the crack. If you pay attention to it, the 6 is like that. So there's a completion in your environment, and this could be somewhere that you live. It can be a status, like if you're single, you're in a relationship, or it's something changes. It's a higher card, so it'll have a bigger chapter to it. It won't just be something something little. It'll be something big. With the World card too, we realize how to go through life with ease, easier. It doesn't mean it's going to be easy life, but we know how to not make it harder with that card. Okay, now your hopes and fears, you've got the Page of Coins. This to me is a karma card. When it shows up in a reading, it tells me pay attention. Pay attention to what's going on because something is already going here. And for me, what that card means is that you've got a creative. You are a creative on the move person. The life energy flows through you. You've got to put that in action. And you've got enough cards around here that tell me that this is a material reading, so you will put the action behind it. This is also a card of movement, right? It is. You've got 3 6s. Those are all cards of movement. So this card I'm not at all worried about here. I'm not going to tell you to make sure that you move your butt or whatever. The potential is here. You see it. You know this within yourself, and you are walking this. So I'm not at all worried about that. That card can clear karma like this. And all karma is a chance to do something different over. There's no punishment in this. It's just, here's another shot. Let's make it better, right? Something like that comes along. And the outbound card is the Two of Swords. This is a card of a person at peace in their mind. And you are. I don't know why this card gets a bad rap. You are at peace in your mind. And you've chosen to do this. This is too where a person would have put boundaries in their life. You've got a lot of cards through here that speak of, I restructured my life in a healthy way. Maybe you didn't realize how out of whack your boundaries were. We usually don't until something comes along and just makes us very aware that something is really off here. So this is a reading to me that just tells me that you're closing out an old chapter of your life and you're heading into a more harmonious time in your life, right? Things that have maybe been up and down or turbulent, I really don't feel that in here. So wherever you're going, it's literally going to be like this, like a glass water is exactly what it's going to be like. There's nothing in here that in any way, shape, or form would indicate you're going to have a tough time with this. So this eclipse, I think, really just clears a lot of stuff out for you without you having to do much now because you've done a lot, right? This is discernment, and it's underneath all of this. And it's just saying, I am more discerning with my thoughts, where my energy is going. It's a seed card, but it's a seed of a sword, which is in your mind, and you're giving yourself peace, because here it is on the outbound. It's really just being at peace with yourself and your choices and your life, peace in your life. And you've got the 9 of Cups above here. So if this is how you're hoping that this scenario you've been going through will end, it will. Absolutely it will. And it's a 9. One thing about a 9 is it's always right in here. A 7 shows up and it's like something is awry in the material world. A 9, no matter what the suit, is always good in here. And this is a 9 of Cups. You are joy-filled. Regardless of the hurricanes that go on around you, your boat is not rocked. And that's what I've got for you. I think it's fantastic. You will have calm in your life. You will have peace in your life. You will have good relationships in your life. I will say this to you now. If what you're missing is a relationship that ended, it could come back around, or something better is literally right around the corner. Like that could be what comes along and just turns your life. It just is literally right around the corner. So again, I feel peace in this reading, and I normally don't have that. It's a relaxed peace. So I hope that you find peace in this. Okay. So there you go. I hope that I had helped you in some way. Okay. Again, watch the Libra reading because I do them like this. If you so choose, you'll get more on this. I'm going to do that one now. Okay. Thank you so much.